I brought my book, so you're not the only person who knows the book.
My book, look, my book's looking old, man.
Whoa,
my book's
that's
like
cool.
10 years old. Look, it's gonna fall apart right there.
Wow, that's very experienced.
Yeah, man.
You're very experienced.
It's true.
I'm in good hands.
You are.
Big, wet hands.
Well, I will hold you like a child, and I will be careful not to crush anything.
I want to be your Ann Getty's baby.
Okay. Do Ann Getty's, is that the ones where they have like a little sunflower?
When I'm in lettuce.
You're the lettuce.
I want to be in lettuce. I want to be a little baby in lettuce. That's me. That's all I am.
I mean, I try to put myself in the mindset of someone who goes to the store and is like, I need a calendar. And then they're like, oh, actual little baby faces surrounded by sunflowers and lettuce. That's what I want.
Oh my God, this baby is food. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
This baby's all food.
Yeah. I'm hungry for babies.
Yes.
Hungry for babies. That's a perfect segue.
To be honest, that's my character.
Your character has
Hungry for babies.
only feeds on infants?
No, I wish.
Yeah.
I know there's gonna be a lot of pushback on that
not
from
for
the
me.
crowd. I mean, you just never know.
Not for me. Sounds like an interesting choice. Character creation, part 3. Henry Zebrowski. And this is a bonus content. Did you know that?
Yes.
So this isn't even like the main show. So we can add like other little bonus Easter eggy things.
Absolutely. Of course. And we're going to talk about stuff here that we won't see again until the show.
Right.
Potentially throughout all of the episodes of the show.
Right.
Or we might even see some of the stuff that we're talking about here.
Yeah. But I was even talking about just like personally, like little Easter eggs for the audience about us, like that they won't get anywhere else.
Oh, yeah. Like I'm a little baby. I wish I could be an Ann Getty's baby.
Right. Or like I keep having a dream where I'm dead and everyone's happier, you know?
I'm kind of happier just thinking about
Thinking about the dream.
Yeah.
So you probably get a little bit more of like the real personal stuff, you know, as like little Easter eggs. And then you also have how Henry's character came together. That's what we're going to do right now. All right. So what I've been telling everybody, first of all, we're set in early 2010s New York City. When you and I were there. Tonight,
we are old.
Yeah, we are old.
Yes.
So it's 2010s New York. I think it's going to be 2012. I think we'll go with 2012.
Great.
The year when I started getting comedy work. And
The only year that matters. Same.
you will be feeding on me.
Cool. Excellent.
Also, we are new vampires.
Neonates.
Neonates, childer even.
Got it. Because the goal is we're not even, because neonates can be even up to like 50 years old as a vampire.
Right.
We're brand new vampires.
And it's really cool, I think, sometimes to play vampires who've been around for a while. But this time, because we're all learning the game.
Yes.
And, you know, maybe the audience is learning the game, we'll all kind of learn together alongside of our characters.
Because I've done role-playing with you very often. We've done Call of Cthulhu together.
Yes.
We have done Dungeons & Dragons together.
Yes.
I've done that on my own. But this is my first time playing Vampire the Masquerade.
Right. And it's awesome. So I'm very excited for you.
I'm excited.
It's one of my top 3 favorite games. The other 2, I'm glad you asked. Call of Cthulhu and Realms of Pugmire, where you play pug knights and corgis who have whimsical adventures, and it's very low violence.
That's what I dislike the most.
Oh, that's
I think that
weird,
what you
'cause I'm
just said is what I dislike the most.
super into it, and I like games to be inclusive. All right. So
That's what we need.
okay, so we know that it's early 2010s. We know that we're new vampires, and I'm asking everybody, and I think we already have yours, but I'm asking everybody if they can to think of a problem their character has that could be kind of their personal storyline.
Yes.
And I think I know what yours is because we've had a little bit of conversation about this.
We had a meeting. We had like a -0.5 session.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. Yeah, a 5-minute chat actually, and then. Finally, the title of our chronicle is Bloodbath. So if we can figure any way to make the character represent that in some way, that would be great. Okay, so the most important thing, the first decision. is your clan.
Yes.
And you think you've figured that out.
I know what I want to do.
Okay, great.
I've been attracted to this since I started reading the manual because I think it's my favorite of them. I love their Bane. I love the concept of their Bane.
Yeah.
And I just love this life because I've been there, baby.
Yeah.
Nosferatu.
The Nosferatu. And that's awesome because I've never had someone play a Nosferatu. In my last big game of Vampire, nobody played Nosferatu, and they're one of my favorites too.
Well, I think that obviously Toreador has a lot to be attracted to.
Yeah.
Malkavian. I think a lot of people immediately assumed I was going to be a Malkavian.
Right, we have a Malkavian.
Great.
Ross is going to be a Malkavian.
Great. But I feel like there's something about being a real New Yorker.
Yes.
There's something about real.
And we don't have that character yet.
No.
Yeah.
And that's what a Nosferatu can really be.
Yes.
A real New Yorker.
Great. Perfect. So, and just in case people don't know, the Nosferatu, their curse is their hideousness.
Yes. We are the most, it seems, besides I guess you'd say, was it the gangrel?
The gangrel, they're feral. They become beast-like.
But we're slimy. We're the slimy version of that. We're repulsive.
Yeah, the Nosferatu are sewer dwellers, underdwellers.
Yeah.
And a lot of them come from society's cast-offs.
Yes. I'm very excited.
The
I
unhoused.
see my guy sitting in a bodega at night, laughing at people eating food. You know what I mean? Like, I see a guy just hanging out at a bodega, like on his break, on his surface break, just coming up being like, you got a fucking problem with me? You like that style of guy.
Yeah, right. I'm terrified already. So you know, it says in the new edition of this edition of Vampire, it used to be that the Nosferatu had to be physically ugly, but now it says they can be unnerving in a different way. Like, how do you think his deformity presents itself?
I'm going traditional.
Yeah.
Full wet.
He's wet?
He is a gross.
Yeah.
He's gross.
Yeah.
Like Beetlejuice style, spitting in his jacket.
Yes.
He is completely disgusting.
Yeah.
I want him to be very much obviously a gross person.
Okay, great. And you can't really tell, because sometimes a Nosferatu would have, like, you know, the old Count Orlok Nosferatu appearance, but this guy you could maybe be confused and just think he's a really kind of gross, unhoused person or something like that. Right?
I would put that towards, I was kind of peddling with the idea of making him almost rat-like.
Yeah.
Because I have this concept that because of Nosferatu's ability to connect to animals and to their familiars, like I had this idea that this is a guy that loves being the alien. He's starting to love being a vampire, and he has this ability to communicate with rats.
Yes.
And so I didn't know if it was too much of a hat on a hat. To make him look rat-like.
Not at all. I don't think so.
I think it gets to that point where he looks like he's got a worse skullet than me. It's like all here, skull, like kind of like a rat-like face. Yeah. He smells like, you know, he's green almost.
Yeah.
I got some idea. He's like pale green, like he's a walking corpse. He's got open sores and open shit all over him just being wherever he's been.
Yeah.
You know? And
Perfect.
He loves it.
Perfect. And then, you know, vampires, sometimes they do this thing called the blush of life, where they use up a little bit of blood and then they look kind of human. So maybe when he does that, he looks like a human. He's a human living rough.
Yes.
Gross, but he's a human. But when he doesn't, he looks maybe even more rat-like.
Yes, he gets more into his animal.
He's more of an alien, I think you put it. Okay, that's great. So let's write down Nosferatu for our clan. Oh, you got it. Okay, we got Nosferatu. All right. Then what I like to do is I like to look at the powers you're going to be using before we do the attributes, because sometimes these attributes, you know, your strength, dexterity.
Yeah, because what would you know? You wouldn't know what you were doing, right?
Right. You later on, you'll try to get the powers, and you'll have all the wrong skills and attributes and things like that.
Well, because this is not like Call of Cthulhu or Dungeons and Dragons where you're really held to the role. Because, like, you know how, like, in Dungeons and Dragons, like, you can choose your class and you can choose certain things, but then it really comes down to the role. for the strength of your attribute? Like,
well, some people roll their attributes. Some people use a standard array or a point buy system.
wow.
Yeah.
But that's what we're doing here.
That's right. Well,
But Vampire the Masquerade seemed to blend more towards that.
Yeah, it's like a point spend system. So the Nosferatu discipline powers are animalism, controlling animals, obfuscate, invisibility, stealth,
Blended in the background.
blending into the background, and potence, supernatural strength.
Yes.
Okay? And those powers, we're just going to kind of look at the lower levels because you'll start out with 1 or 2 dots in each. We're just going to kind of look at what they require of you. So, for example, animalism is our very first power. So, animalism wants you to roll charisma plus animal ken, resolve plus animalism. It wants you to roll manipulation plus animalism. So it looks like social attributes are a little bit important to animalism.
Interesting.
Potence.
That's not all physical? Potence?
Potence is supernatural vampire strength, and it looks like it doesn't really at the early levels here care what attributes you already have. It's like it doesn't have any roles. It's just like you kind of pump yourself up using like a rouse check. So you can get to where you can do lethal damage with your fists, or you can do something called a soaring leap.
That's me.
That sounds cool.
Well, do we have anybody that's even sort of like tank-like?
We don't.
See, that's kind of what I figured, that this would be a good character to be both of those things, where I like the idea of focusing on animalism and potency.
I think that's a great idea. I think having a physical character is not a bad idea. And then also, I'm basing the whole story around what you guys decide to do. So if you want to see some fights in the story, make your guy able to fight, and I'll take the hint.
Well, I also like the idea that he could. He's a frightening character.
Yeah.
Like, he started frightening. Mm-hmm. He always was, in my mind, a very antagonistic person.
Yeah, scary guy.
Yes.
Great. Yeah, that makes total sense. And now he's just more so. The Nosferatu, they like to embrace people who are outcasts, but also people who are already scary.
Yes.
'Cause they know that those people will be able to handle their curse, right?
Well, isn't there a thing built in with Nosferatu that the change itself could be deadly?
Yeah.
Like that actually changing into the Nosferatu is the hardest of all of the embraces?
It's extremely painful.
Yes.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
or like, yeah. And we got to do that scene when we do the actual game.
I want to change.
Obfuscate, if you take any obfuscate, it looks like those don't really require any skill rolls either. So if you want to be able to take care of control animals, it sounds like a little bit of social attributes are important.
I view that this guy lives out loud.
He lives out loud.
The way he does his masquerade is by living out loud. That he never even acts like that there's any difference between who he was before and almost who he is now.
That's cool.
It's almost the same guy.
I love it. That's perfect. So he needs to pick one of his attributes at 4.
Okay.
And then 3 at 3, 4 at 2, and 1 at 1. So what is his 4-dot attribute? What do you think is most important to him?
Well,
Strength, charisma.
I feel like it might be, weirdly enough, it might be something like charisma.
Yeah.
Because if that's what I'm using to control animals,
Yeah.
and I use animals way more as all of the extensions of myself,
Yes.
that might be way more important than, and then my strength comes into play. My strength would be 3. Mm-hmm. The 3 I would have, so I would have 4 in charisma, 3 in strength, 3 in manipulation, and 3, I think, probably in resolve.
Yeah, you could go resolve. You could go resolve. You could go stamina to make him a hardier guy.
Maybe that's what he needs. Maybe it's 3, 3, 3, 4. 4 in charisma. Because it seems like the only thing that I have to have connections to You said it's animal kin.
Yeah, the animalism. It looks like when you create a familiar, a familis, they call it in Vampire. That's a charisma roll. It says when you sense the beast in someone else, that's a resolve roll. So when you control animals, this is important. When you're controlling a bunch of animals, which I think you're going to want to do at some point, like a swarm of rats.
I have a concept. Yeah,
that's a manipulation roll.
I'm going to put 4 in.
Or charisma.
Ooh.
Either one.
Which plays the character more?
I think you don't sound manipulative. You don't sound manipulative.
I'm not cunning in that way.
Yeah.
No, I think it's more raw.
I think 4 charisma is awesome.
Yes, that's what I'm doing. All right.
And then I liked all your other ideas for where 3 go. The only thing I would say is, I would go 3 on maybe 2 physical attributes. I mean, a guy that's been living rough, like...
Wow, I just did it in different... Wow, I did it in different.
Oh no!
Beginnings.
Oh, this is a disaster.
What in the living fuck?
Supposed to be over there.
Fuck me! Will I know what to do?
Cut the show.
Let's fix it in post.
I don't know if I can use Henry for the show.
I'm fired. Thanks, Charlie Kirk.
All right.
We'll cut it out.
Keep it in.
Keep it in.
Keep it in. I got into vampire role-playing games to be political.
All right, so 3 in strength, 3 in stamina, 3
you are going to have to fix that, or blood will start coming out of my ears and nose.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm truly extremely sorry.
No, it's...
I almost never use a pencil.
Don't be sorry. Just fix it.
This is why we brought you on. You need someone who can fucking handle me and Jackie.
I am a strong disciplinarian.
Yes.
All right, great. And then what's your other 3 going to be?
I think it might be manipulation, or if I already have charisma, I don't need these other 2 then. Necessarily.
You might.
Or if I want... It's like mental resolve.
Resolve's great. Resolve, I think it goes toward your willpower. It helps you resist mental powers when people are using mental powers against you. Mm-hmm.
What about composure
is like you're unflappable. You don't.
Oh no, my guy's all flaps.
Yeah, he's flappy.
Yeah, he's all flaps. All right, I'm gonna do.
He's flappy.
I'm gonna do manipulation. I'm gonna pop it also to manipulation.
Great. So we have a very social team, but that's great. There's absolutely no problem with that. It's not like, I was telling Jackie, it's not like D&D where everybody has to have a specific niche.
Yes.
This is a little bit more, actors troupe style role playing.
Who else
would
do it? You see, I feel like with Nosferatu, I know normally that the idea is that he's kind of like a spy, but I also know that Nosferatu it seems to be the clan that things that other people don't want to do, it falls to.
Yes, that's right. Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what I wanted to do.
That's great. Yeah, he does the dirty work.
Yes.
All right, you get 4 attributes at 2 now.
4 at 2, which I'm
and then
gonna do.
1 at 1. So maybe you just decide what your worst thing is, because it's 1 dot. Okay, great. Not a fast thinker.
No.
Okay, great.
What's wrong with y'all? Let's like this. All right. 1.
And then everything else is 2. And 2 is completely average.
Great.
The only thing that's kind of below average for you is your wits. All right, now we're going to do your skills, and you're going to pick a spread. Is he a jack of all trades, where you don't get anything really high, but you get a lot of skills at 1? Is he balanced, which is what Jackie chose? That's like kind of, pretty good at some things. It's a more even spread. Or specialist. You have a skill at 4, but you have less skills, but they're higher.
I think the only thing that I would do, especially if I'm really basing this on the idea that I can control animals, is to dump 4 into animal ken.
I think then you need to go specialist then.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, with the specialist, you get 1 skill at 4. Go animal ken 4. And I like it because now we're going to have 1 character who's jack of all trades, 1 character who's balanced, and 1 character who is a specialist. Okay. Now you get, with a specialist, you get 3 skills at 3.
So this where I think maybe even comes into the background of the character and stuff like that. I guess that's part of what I was trying to figure out is, so let's imagine this guy, MEL, he's new. He was always homeless. Is there something to making him Like, because the goal is Nosferatu turn a guy for a reason, right? Mm-hmm. Part of me was little thinking, wondering whether or not he was ex-military.
Yeah.
Or something like a merchant marine.
That's completely legit. I like that idea.
I like this idea that he's a total nihilist and doesn't care about anything. And I like this idea that he went through, but I was like, what? Should he have seen action?
He could have, and that means your skill points are going to go into things like guns and things that soldiers could do.
But then I was wondering whether or not I had this pitch for kind of what he was like. And I actually wonder whether or not he's a guy... You know what I see in my head a lot? Remember the dirty detective from Batman?
Harvey Bullock. You mean Harvey Bullock?
The one that, I believe that the fat guy with the mustache.
He's always eating a sandwich or something.
He's just like that. It's that guy.
Yeah.
There's something about this guy that is been used by politicians and governments and kind of guy doing random fucked up stuff.
Right. I like it. He was doing dirty work before he became a Nosferatu.
But is he in soft works or hard works? Do you know what I mean? How, like, in soft works, like if he was going to be something along the lines of, was he a guy that used his mouth more or had to do things like, was he a spy person or was he a killer?
Yeah. I mean, up to you.
Of course.
I think that another thing to keep in mind is you can leave it mysterious. We can figure it out later. You know, like if you're like, I don't quite know yet.
Great.
I mean, so
Let's do
for
that
example, I guess what I'm saying is deciding to put 4 into Animal Ken because you want to control rats is as legit a way of deciding as saying, oh, this is my whole backstory and this is why I have these dots.
Great.
Right?
Love it. Yes. Let me look through this. Immediately, I would say his thing would be, if we're going to put this all together, he would be a brawler. He'd have streetwise.
Yes.
He'd have streetwise, and he'd probably have... I was reading that really interesting thing about how Nosferatu make art.
Yeah. You know, the other 2 characters have a connection to art, and it could be cool if all 3 of you do.
Maybe that's all could be kind of fun if he was also had a crafting ability.
I think that's a great idea.
And then I'm like whittling giant things out of human
create
shit.
Layers down in the sewers and down in the subway tunnels.
Oh,
too,
yeah,
right?
and I'm building stuff, and I'm doing stuff like what if you like one thing in my brood or my haven is that you go and I have like statues of my favorite rats
Yeah.
that I've built.
Right, of course.
My rat hall of fame, like the best guys I ever knew.
Rat shoes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so why don't we
So that's
take
3, right?
So how about 3 in craft? You like craft, right? And then what were your other ones? Brawl.
Streetwise and brawl.
Streetwise and brawl. Those make sense. And you're going to be the better fighter of all of your friends.
I think so. I think it does seem that way. Yeah.
Okay, and then you get 3 skills at 2. 3 skills at 2.
Etiquette? No.
Maybe not etiquette. Let me see here. I bet I can.
I would probably do stealth.
Oh, he probably has larceny.
Yes, larceny. Yes.
Stealth as well, and survival. He needs
That's what I was
those.
saying. Survival. Yeah.
Survival, stealth, larceny, probably.
Yeah, I'm doing larceny. I'm doing survival. These 3.
Okay, and that's all 3, right?
Yes. What's different? I guess brawl and melee's with objects, right?
Yeah, it's with weapons.
Got it.
Yeah, and then he gets 3 skills at 1.
He can drive a car.
Okay. He doesn't have any mental skills right now.
None.
Maybe he knows a little bit about something. Investigation.
Well, I definitely know about... I feel like he has this sort of understanding about local politics and shit.
Okay, great.
I feel like he's like one of those guys that is technically very well read almost.
Yeah.
Because that's all he does.
Old newspapers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something like that. I feel like there's something to have an intellectual skill. So maybe something like...
There's politics.
Ugh. Just even thinking about that. Can you imagine doing that? Being like, I came to play a fantasy game. Let's talk about making laws.
Well, no, I mean,
I know,
there's a finance skill.
Yes, but that's true. You need a finance skill.
We need to make it, you have to make it cool.
I'm going to make him an investigative. I'm going to put investigation in there. I'm going to say
but he only gets 1 dot in that,
Yeah.
and then 1 dot in 2 more things.
I would say, if we're going to do one intellectual thing, maybe it's occult.
That's good. That's good. I think Ross had like 2 or 3
Actually,
occult.
wait. You know what? No, all right. So let's imagine. Let's say he's in a world where the most supernatural thing he's even dealt with is himself.
Yeah.
And the guy that created him.
And the sire. Yeah, his sire.
And so like maybe it's like one of those things too where he's all like, let's say nothing's changed really what I eat for lunch except for the fact what my lunch looks like.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like
he could have science and it could be biology or like a zoology, right? I mean, like he could. I'm not saying that he's actually a scientist, but like he knows a little bit about animals.
yes, he knows a little bit about rats.
Yeah, just an idea. I mean,
one in science, and then maybe one in just what is awareness?
awareness is just knowing what's going on around you, and with your low wits.
Yeah, he's just he just barrels through everything.
Yeah.
I'd put intimidation.
Yeah, that makes sense. But you know what? He seems like kind of a nice guy. Maybe that's why he only has 1 dot of intimidation.
The problem is just who he is.
Yeah.
It's just the nature of who he is.
Yeah.
He's absolutely reviling. You know what I mean? He's totally
Yeah,
disgusting.
he's disgusting. He's stomach turning. All right, let's see here. So you get specialties in academics, craft, performance, and science if you have those skills. I know that you have craft and science. So science, we talked about that being zoology, or you could even just write rats, and you know everything about rats.
On science or like in here?
On the little line between the dots and the word.
Here?
Science.
Here?
Yeah. So anytime you are trying to figure out something scientific about rats, you'll get extra dice.
That's what I do. Yeah, great.
Okay, and then on the craft side, you should pick a specialty for craft as well. What is he good at crafting? You could put like carpentry, smithing. You could even put like layers or traps. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's something about this idea that when you go in there, it's almost like a playground for rats.
Yeah.
They're like hanging out, and he's made like little like almost like Rube Goldberg machines
Little
for rats and
swings
stuff,
and
and
slides.
like a little circus, and he's got like a whole thing, and he's just all like, "That's nice, right?
Great.
That's cool, right?
That's
Hey, you like
great.
it? Yeah."
So are you
I'm
gonna
gonna say-
are you gonna put rat amusement park for your
I
specialty?
think his crafting abilities are he himself. It's like he's a rat. It's like he knows how to make nests,
Yeah. Okay.
right? Like he knows how to like tinker.
I said layers earlier, but you can write
Yeah.
nests if that's what
nests.
what he likes to call them. Perfect. All right, that does the skills, and now we are on to his powers. He gets to put dots into his clan disciplines, 2 dots in one and 1 dot in another. So we went over what they are: animalism,
These are in
obfuscate, and
disciplines,
potence.
correct?
That's right. So
They're
you
right, animalism.
Yeah, animalism.
Potency.
And obfuscate. And he gets 2 dots in one of those and 1 dot in another right now.
2 dots in animalism.
That makes sense. And
1 dot in potency.
1 dot in his strength, in the supernatural strength of potence. And what we will do is we will later on go back and make sure we know what those powers are, but that's enough for now. And that means it's time to go on to predator type. Oh, we're zipping right through this, Henry. Okay.
Bill Clinton.
What? Bill Clinton? The fuck are you talking about, man?
Predator type. Loves a saxophone. Loves a saxophone.
Your predator. Oh, your predator type is Bill Clinton. Let me see if that's here.
He likes islands.
He does.
Yes. Okay.
Likes himself an intern.
So, to give you a predator type, it's how your character gets blood.
How
okay?
I get blood, yeah.
So, for example, there's the bagger who like drinks bagged blood, right? Or the cleaver who like feeds from their own family or close friends only.
Or
you
I like
know?
the one that was it the I saw one that I thought was interesting. The oh my god, my brain. When he goes after people who are sleeping.
The Sandman.
There's Sandman. I think that he goes after homeless people that are also in the subway tunnels.
Right.
I think that he feeds off of them, and I think that he will take whatever he gets.
Right.
I think that quite often he would be. I think that when he can't get people that are asleep, that he doesn't know,
Yeah.
he's a bagger, and he gets people to bring him blood.
Well, here's the thing. So, I think him feeding off of unhoused people down in the tunnels who are just kind of like out of it, that's a perfect kind of predator motive, like a good
Yes.
way to get blood. But if you're a bagger, you have to have the iron gullet merit because they put chemicals into bagged blood that make vampires retch and vomit.
That's awesome.
So a bagger is a very specific type of vampire. Also, other vampires often look down on baggers.
Yes, because you don't hunt.
Because you don't hunt.
See, I feel like Nosferatu. This guy hunts.
This guy hunts, and I like how you've described how he hunts. That I can see that. It's so perfect. It sounds like it would work.
Yes.
Sometimes he's feeding and he's getting a little drunk because there's whiskey in that blood.
Oh yeah, and meth.
Yes.
And there's that. There's also people who get stuck down there. There are also people that are late at night. Like I feel like that's also one of those things too, where he might even, when he's super desperate, go after a couple of people that are coming back from a club at 4:30 in the morning.
Absolutely. And just because you pick one of these things doesn't mean that's the only way you can ever hunt.
But it's the way he looks for
prefer.
hyper vulnerable people.
It's your MO. Your MO is that you use stealth and you try to wait for people to be otherwise indisposed.
Yes.
Passed out, asleep, drunk,
Yes.
etc. Okay, so you add a specialty to medicine called anesthetics or to stealth break-in. None of those feel good. So would you like to have a different specialty to something? Let's think about it.
So what that's called again? What is that called again?
It's the Sandman is your predator type.
Sandman.
The Sandman.
Loved Happy Gilmore too.
Didn't see it.
Sandman.
I don't have Netflix. I have Crackle, and I have Showtime on Hulu, because they
my favorite kind.
combined forces.
That was my.
I was so pumped when
I couldn't believe
when they joined
Showtime's
together.
on my Hulu.
I know.
Hulu's on my Showtime.
I got so happy about that. Anyway, yeah. So you're Sandman. We're gonna figure out what your specialty is in a minute because I don't like the specialties they're giving you here. But you can gain 1 dot of Auspex or Obfuscate.
1 dot obfuscate.
Okay, great. Take the 1 dot of Obfuscate. Perfect. And then you.
Auspex is how people look at you, right? It's like how people receive you.
Auspex is the vampire discipline of supernatural senses. So you can get heightened senses where you can smell someone walking down the street.
No, I
Stuff
prefer
that.
obfuscate.
Jackie's character took some of that.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Oh my God, I forgot to give Jackie's character a name.
That's a great one.
She just won't have one.
Pig bitch.
Pig bitch?
Yeah.
We should text it to her.
Yeah.
But without context.
Your name is Pig bitch.
You can do it. You're her brother. Okay. It says you gain 1 dot of resources, which is money, which also makes no sense to me.
This guy's got no money.
I think that
this guy doesn't need money. This guy hates money.
This guy doesn't need money. He doesn't have it. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna make our own Sandman. So what do you think he would get really good at from feeding in this way?
I think that he would.
Stealth would make sense.
Stealth makes a lot of sense. I would also say he. Of these, I mean, Streetwise makes sense.
Streetwise makes sense
Awareness
too.
makes sense.
You know what? Streetwise underground as a specialty, so that you know how to get around beneath New York City.
Oh yeah.
Really
That's where
well.
I basically
Let's make it that. Let's go
add a bubble
streetwise.
to streetwise.
No, on the line between the dots and the word.
Right, underground.
Right, underground, and now you have a specialty in that.
Cool.
And then you should gain a merit, it says, and it wants to give you money, and I'm not sure why, so we're going to pick our own merit to give you for your, oh, I know what it is, too. I'm going to give you for free as part of your predator a retainer dot of, and you're going to start at 1. And you know what that represents? You can control rats, but
Those retainers is what it's called?
Retainers, yes.
That's the merits.
Yeah, it's yes, exactly. Thank you. Yes. You know exactly where to write things. You know what you're doing here. I'm thinking a 1-dot retainer, and it's a rat that's special to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's my guy.
It's your guy.
It's the guy that I built all the other rat shoes of. This is my new guy.
This is your main. This is your Ben.
Yes.
Right?
This is my buddy. This is my confidant and friend. And sometimes he says fucked up shit.
Yeah.
To me, but only to me.
But only you're the only one that
Because
can
he's
understand.
comfortable. He's the only one I'm comfortable with. Yeah.
Good.
This is some whacked out shit.
I think you should
Don't
get all that.
ask him about anything.
Don't.
Oh, my rat?
Yeah.
I think that his name might be
Pig bitch?
2012.
Pig bitch?
Pig bitch? No, it's it's 2012. What's a funny name for a rat from New York in 2012?
Well, who was the mayor at the time?
Was that? No, that was Bloomberg.
That was Bloomberg.
Right? That was I believe that was Bloomberg. I believe that we could
This
be
is
really,
my rat, Bloomberg.
That's exactly what it's called. You mean my rat, Bloomberg? Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, now we're gonna do the rest of your merits and your flaws. Oh wait, you should have gotten a flaw from that. What did it not give you a flaw? The fuck is going on around here? Sandman. It gives you no flaw. Well, that's that.
I win.
It didn't give you one. We completely rewrote it anyway.
Yep.
All right. So now we're going to do the rest of your merits and flaws. You need to take 7 points of merits or advantages and 2 points of flaws.
Okay.
So, merits.
Say it again. It's 2 points of merit, 7 points of merits,
and 2 points of flaws.
Got it.
And merits are things like allies, people who will back you up and go into like a situation with you and help you out. Contacts, people who are placed like in the police department or the mayor's office or the university.
For certain one, because I do believe there is a direct line to the mayor's office. He has been contacted multiple times by the mayor himself.
The homeless rat king has been contacted by the mayor.
Yes.
Explain how that is true.
I believe that this man has, when in the CIA, right? And
I love how this answer's coming together.
assets. So a lot of times it's almost like a double blind, where like no one really knows who's working for who
Sure.
to what extent. So let's say there were things that the mayor's office wanted done around New York City that maybe involved the underground area of New York City, and there's been a running group of Nosferatu guys that have been the unnamed source of this help.
Okay.
And so somebody from the mayor's office has spoken to people within the Nosferatu world, right? And that they don't know that they're necessarily talking to the Nosferatu.
Right, they don't know they're talking to vampires necessarily.
Necessarily,
But
yes.
they know they're contacting and working with a community that lives underground in New York City.
Yes, and that they do things for XYZ.
Give yourself contacts and then decide how many dots you want and then put mayor's office. I think that sounds awesome.
I'm gonna put
And I also love the idea of this character standing outside of City Hall like, no, the mayor knows
that
me.
is literally what I was
Yeah.
thinking. It's shit like that,
yeah,
where
yeah.
he walks around thinking he's an important guy in New York City.
Yeah.
Like he literally acts like, oh, you all know me.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, how you doing? Like he's he's Curtis Sliwa.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I told you, he officially has someone in the mayor's office who is his contact who can do things for him. There is fame. I don't think that he has fame. There is influence. That's influence over the mortal world in some way. No. He needs to take 1 dot of Haven. Haven is your lair. He can take more dots if he wants, but I was having the other 2 players took 1 dot of Haven so you guys can all share a Haven together.
Cool. That's our hangout?
That's your hangout. That's your like safe place to sleep during the day. Herd. This makes sense for him. Herd is a group of vessels, people from whom you can feed without concern.
I actually think that's a really fun idea that, like, yes, I mostly feed off of sleeping people, unaware people, but there is guys, there's like, how do you put this in an interesting way? That there's almost like male vampire groupies.
Sure.
Underground.
Yeah, sure.
There's like a thing.
Well, the kiss, which is what we call the vampire's bite.
Maybe Mel's gay.
Maybe. It imparts ecstasy to those who experience it. When you are bitten by a vampire, you feel incredible pleasure.
What if there was the things where I could sometimes convince guys how much they're going to like it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Like, literally, like, it's a lot of, like, explaining to guys being like, no, actually, you might actually like something like this. You know, like, that style of it.
So do you want a herd?
Yeah.
Okay, take a couple dots in herd.
Herd.
Looks like you've got 3 dots of merits left. A mask is a human identity that would pass a background check. I don't think you've got that. A mala is interesting. It is a vampire, like a vampire mentor or a vampire ally who's highly placed enough to help you out or give you good advice, wisdom, guidance.
What if, that's why I was kind of like trying to insert in this, that it's like a specific clan of Nosferatu that have been used in certain ways. So there are other guys that taught me how to do this.
Yeah, yeah.
If there's some guy who said that, like, sometimes, you know, like, these shady people, they'll ask us for favors. Or, like, somebody that can lead me into that world.
It's sort of an underground, not mafia, but sort of this underground sort of cadre of subterranean Nosferatu who, in some ways, work for the city.
Some ways, yes.
Yeah. Yes, that could be your mala.
And that's the
Nosferatu clan. There's a group of them that are on your side that help you out.
We don't work together necessarily. Like, I don't think we're not friends.
But they would give you advice or guidance or something. Take Mala, it's called. M-A-W-L-A, and put as many points into that as you'd like.
I think that I can then double up on some of these, right? Instead of because if I have 7 points, if I have 5 of these, and then giving it one of these 2, would that do something?
That's a good idea. Yeah.
And then just do
whichever
2 for
one's
contacts.
Yeah, great.
I think 2 for contacts and 2 for herd.
That's great. That's perfect. Okay, so now you're ready for some flaws, and I'll give you some ideas of some flaws that exist.
I don't know, but what about look at me? Flaws.
The perfectionist.
Yeah.
Yeah, his flaws that he cares too much.
I work too hard.
Too hard a worker. All right.
Give.
So there.
Give and I give. What's left for me?
There are these flaws that are called like folkloric compulsions, blocks, or folkloric banes, where like crosses or silver or garlic work against you. I don't know if that's in any way something that might happen to your guy.
He doesn't believe in fucking.
Oh, this is pretty gross. There's a flaw called organovore. You can slake hunger only by eating human flesh and organs.
That's awesome! That's awesome! So I have to eat, but that's...
Yeah, but you're not... They ain't waking up if you're eating organs, man.
No! But,
yeah.
Yeah, wait. Yeah. God, it's fun, though.
It's really cool, right? There's also flaws like enemies. There's...
Oh, definitely enemies.
You think you have some
Utterly
enemies?
has enemies.
Why don't you just take 2 dots in enemies?
Yeah.
Who are the enemies, do you know?
I think the enemies are the I make enemies everywhere.
Yeah.
I feel like it's one of those where he is at war with other human homeless people for area and for keep. I think that there are legitimately other governmental forces at work.
Well, this brings us to your problem, your character's problem. And make sure I have this right, because we kind of chatted about this. Maybe in our story, New York City has decided to finally take care of the rat problem.
Yes, because I was sort of inspired by recent news about the creating of a rat czar.
Right.
And I love this idea that there's somebody in the local New York government that has made a big old promise to the constituency that we're finally going to do something about the rats. And they are a big old progressive, the most wonderful AOC-like candidate ever.
Yeah.
But they're in bed with somebody, they have to use somebody like me to get their job done.
Right, or maybe your community is threatened because people are now coming down into it to exterminate all of your friends.
Yes, to take out my crew.
To take out your crew, to
Within
take out
under
your
the-
Mala, to take out Bloomberg,
Yes.
your rat buddy.
That's my buddy. Yeah, I don't. That I feel like that makes a lot of sense.
But you know, you can fight back. You can go to your guy in the mayor's office, try to stop it. You know,
yeah, like this idea of it's like like maybe that's a part of it is negotiating. Like, can I handle the rat problem?
I love
Like, let me handle it.
city politics. I love getting that into the game.
I want us
great.
to be. I want to get a lot of. We need 5 guys who look like Bernie Sanders.
I mean, I would love that.
Anywhere I go.
He's adorable. He's really funny.
Nothing I would love better than 5 toddling octogenarians.
Yeah.
Explaining to me about economics.
He's the only person who has a coherent platform. Okay. So then now we're gonna do your convictions and your touchstones. So on your second sheet, there's a place at the top for your convictions and your touchstones. Convictions are things you believe, and touchstones are humans, people that you are connected to, that matter to you, that kind of give you still a connection to your humanity.
Yes.
So you can get one of each right now, a conviction and a touchstone. And convictions are things like, first do no harm, like a doctor says, or an eye for an eye, like if someone fucks with me, I fuck back, or Jackie took loyalty above all. So she's very loyal to her sire and to her touchstone, her brother, and will not betray them.
Oh, wow. You see, I love first thing I thought in my head was, I don't know why, it's this statement. Life is short, life is shit, and soon it will be over.
That's perfect. You can write that as a conviction.
Yes.
That's great. You could shorten it to life is short. You remember the rest of the phrase. When that comes up in play, I'll give you bonuses when you play into that, but also if that thought is threatened somehow, that can affect your humanity. We'll get into all of it.
What if this is the idea of a man that never felt he had much of a humanity to begin with?
Yeah.
And that at first, the Nosferatu status actually feels like a blessing.
Yeah.
Because it finally almost gives a reason as to why he's
not like
this.
other people.
Yeah, that he's just like this. But I do think that maybe the arc here is like much you were saying about how Jackie's character, it's the struggle for them. They're struggling losing their humanity.
Yeah.
This is a guy almost struggling to find
it
at all.
That's interesting. So go to your first sheet. There's a humanity score down in the far right bottom corner there.
Yes.
And normally that starts at 7, but for you, let's start it at 6.
And you do it with checks or you fill these?
Whichever you'd like, but left to right. And when you do awful things or things that are inhuman, that score can go down.
Got it.
You get stains on your morality. If you ever get to 0, you're a complete mindless monster.
Cool.
Okay. All right. And then, so you have a conviction. Do you have a touchstone? Someone that you care about?
Well, what if it's legitimately this person in the mayor's office?
You should not double up. You should not make the contact the same as your touchstone.
What if there's a homeless outreach person that has been down there a lot, and I eat them normally.
You eat them.
I kill them.
The homeless outreach people.
Yes.
Yeah.
But what if
There's one you like.
there was one that reminds me of somebody that I used to know?
Yeah.
And also just like the song from 2012.
Right.
Somebody that I used to know.
And we play it and we pay for the rights.
And he just says, crying to it, being
Yeah.
like, that reminds you of somebody I used to know. And I think that maybe there is somebody that's like, maybe a nice young lady
Yeah.
that has come down often, and for some reason he has taken a liking to her, and he likes this person. This is the first time he's maybe even discovered that he might like somebody.
That's awesome. That's who it is. It's got to be that.
Yes.
So Touchstone, and we'll just call her social worker. If you have a name for her, that's great. If you, sometimes I think even Ross.
Emmeline.
Emmeline? That sounds made up. I'll change that.
No, that's a nice made-up social
Emmeline
worker
is
name.
Just not a name
Emmeline.
that exists, so it will not be Emmeline. I wanted to sound.
That's who I know. That's who I know. Emmeline.
That's just not her name. Okay. So let's see. All right, we're doing great. You now need to put down that your generation, that's on your first page at the top, your generation is 12th generation. And then on the second page, it's going to talk about your blood potency, which is right there. You got it. You're a blood potency 1 vampire. Excuse you.
What does that mean?
Are we allowed to just like rip farts?
Yeah.
I wish I had to.
God, shit your pants.
I can't.
If you just shit your pants, I would just be so happy.
Hold on.
I'm smelling it.
No, I can't do it. There are too many girls here.
Yeah, forget it. It was only boys though.
If there
it
were
was
only,
just my fucking main dudes, dude.
if it was just my boys, I'd shit.
Shit.
All right, and then blood potency of
What does that
1.
mean?
Okay, so older vampires, more powerful vampires, elders,
Yes.
have higher blood potency.
Got it.
If you have a higher blood potency, you get all kinds of advantages. Your powers are more powerful. You use less blood to fuel your powers, but there's a price. Because if you are a higher blood potency vampire, it takes more blood to sate your hunger. Eating an animal doesn't work anymore. Sorry. And forget about bags of blood. You need people.
You need whole ass people.
Yeah. If
But
you're,
as a 1 blood potency, I could eat animals or whatever, right?
yes, you could.
Yeah, but I'm not going to. I don't believe in that.
No. Yeah. That's just not your thing. But if you needed to, you could. Okay. So I'm going to tell you a bunch of stuff about your blood potency. All right. You see where it says blood surge?
Yep.
Right. +1 die. So what that means is, anytime you use a roll to kind of like rouse your blood, you see if you get hungrier, you'll get like hunger dice. Getting really, really hungry isn't a good idea, but you can try to get hungrier in order to add a die to any roll. Basically, you're like using your blood to pump up your strength or your speed or
But
something.
I have to be hungry to pump up.
Well, what you'll do is you'll make a rouse check. And a rouse check is like, all you do is you take a D10 and you roll it. And if it's 6 or above, you don't get hungrier.
Got it.
But if it's 5 or below, you do. And if you ever get to hunger 5, you're like starving. And each time you get a point of hunger, you add hunger dice to your dice pools.
Yes.
And if those ever like come up like a messy critical or like a failure, like a critical failure, like your beast takes over and you frenzy or your clan compulsion comes out. Do you know what the Nosferatu clan compulsion is?
No.
So if you ever fail a roll and you also got a 1 on one of your hunger dice, your clan compulsion will happen. And for Nosferatu, it's called cryptophilia. They are obsessed with secrets.
Yeah.
So even if it's super dangerous for your character, you will seek out something you're not meant to know.
That's awesome. That's what I do anyway.
That's it. That's how.
That's my natural problem.
This is great. You have a clan compulsion. The Zebrowski clan has a clan compulsion.
I go through everybody's bathroom when I go visit their home. I go through all the drawers.
I will not invite you to my house. I don't want you to see how many fungal creams I have.
Hey, man, I'm just glad you're taking care of it.
Well, none of them are working. All right, +1 die for a blood surge. If you are damage mending, you see something that's about damage, that's 1 point of damage. So you also as a vampire at any time, you can do a rouse check, see if you get hungrier. I got hungrier because I failed, right? And but you can heal a point of damage. Boop, it's gone.
Great, so
in one turn. Yeah, exactly. Discipline power bonus, none. Discipline rouse check reroll, level 1. You can say level 1. So, and you're using any of your level 1 powers, you can roll that rouse check twice. Okay, I failed, I would have gotten hungrier. And I failed, I would have gotten hungrier. But if I rolled a 6, I wouldn't get hungrier and I can still use my power.
Great.
Bane severity 1.
Got it.
And that's it. That's
Perfect.
and that'll all we'll discuss all that again when we play because it's kind of rulesy. And the final thing we need to do is choose your specific discipline powers. What specific ones are you taking? And we'll start at animalism because we know we're doing that. So level 1, you can choose to either have a familiar. It's called Bond Familis, yeah. Or you can do something called Sense the Beast, which allows you to sense like feral impulses in other people, meaning like if someone is acting nice to you but they really want to kill you, you'd be able to sense it.
Got it.
You can sense predatory natures.
Well, I'm familiar.
It sounds like you have the familiar though. Okay, so Bond Familius is your first animalism power. And it says here that you've fed your rat blood on 3 separate nights in order to bond Bloomberg to you.
That's cute.
It's
He drank my blood?
He drank your blood.
That's so cute. Put a little bowl out for him.
Okay, and then feral.
Your daddy's blood.
Level 2, your level 2 power, because you have 2 dots in animalism,
Yes.
right? Is called Feral Whispers. And this is the only.
I use that deodorant. It's great.
Yeah, Feral Whispers is a great deodorant. I'll just like, before I go out, run it right up my crack. Yeah. Now, sometimes it makes dogs sniff down there a lot, but I don't mind that. I love poochies.
I love dogs.
Adorable doggos.
Met another friend. That's all I said.
Yep. So Feral Whispers is the level 2 power in animalism you have. That is your manipulation or charisma plus animalism. You're going to use charisma because you took that high charisma.
Yes.
And that's going to allow you to control animals around you.
Awesome.
Okay, Feral Whispers. Then you took
All animals or just rats?
all animals.
Got it.
Although depending on how well the roll goes, that'll determine how many of the animal and how much you can do with them, like how many commands you can give them and things like that.
Cool.
All right, so then it was, what is that? Obfuscate you have of 1, right?
Yes, 1 and 1 in potency.
Okay, so let me go Obfuscate first. So with Obfuscate level 1, you can pick either.
Nosferatu. Becoming one in real life.
Yeah, you always have been one. Level 1, you can choose Cloak of Shadows or Silence of Death. Cloak of Shadows gives you kind of invisibility as long as you remain still.
Okay.
So you have to remain completely still. Silence of Death makes all sound emanating from you go away.
Silence of Death!
Silence of Death is your Obfuscate power. And then finally, Potence. Supernatural Vampire Strength. You can either choose Lethal Body, which means your fists do horrendous damage, especially against like mortals, or Soaring Leap, which you can jump a number of meters equal to 3 times your potence level. Look, I'm not gonna.
First one, yeah.
I'm not gonna parse a bunch of meters if you want to do Soaring Leap.
I don't want to jump.
Okay, great.
Jump is fucking this week. I'm just gonna jump. You know how many times I've built a character? This is actually kind of funny. How many characters I've built both in D&D and that can just like, oh, jumping.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fly.
Look, wait, don't take the Lethal Body. That's cool. You're gonna be like smashing people's bones apart with your bare hands. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But just know that if someone took Soaring Leap as the storyteller, I would do my best to make it cool, and I wouldn't.
And then I jump.
I wouldn't constantly be going, well, let me see. That's
Let's take a look at my meters.
one, and the meters are the. You know, I'd just be like, yeah, you jump up on that building. I would make it happen. But you went with the Lethal Body, and that's fine.
I'm upset.
Guess what? You're done. He just needs a name.
MEL.
MEL. Got it. Okay, great.
He's just going as MEL. That's
We did it.
That is it. And you're gonna meet him. He kind of sounds like my father. He might be kind of similar almost to my father.
Yeah. Yeah. Anytime I make a character, I make my father. Sometimes by accident, you know? I get done and I'm like, this merman is my father.
That's a lot. That's very heavy. It's very deep.
I've been seeing someone about it.
Well, thank you so much, Jared.
Thank you, my friend. I can't
really
wait.
been-
We're going to have a blast.
This is gonna be good.
It's going to get bloody.
Fuck yeah. Let's do that for fucking for days.
Just make it go for 10 minutes.
Fuck yeah. 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 Fuck yeah.